Okay, look at your strategy sheet again. And on the bottom of it, strategies for choosing answers. So it tells you, number 5, circle least, not, and accept. So I want you to look at your passage 1 questions. Skim through those, and I want you to circle them.
What does that mean, circle least, not accept?
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so looking at your passage 1 questions on page 29, 1 and 2, we don't have any, right? Flip over, go to page 30. Do you see anywhere where in all caps it says least, not, or accept?
Yeah.
Right. Which one? Number 5. Yeah, Paige, do you see it? Circle it. Circle that word. And usually when I do it, I circle it multiple times like that. Because sometimes we waste time looking for the right answer, forgetting that it's asking us to look for the least of we get stuck on ability to victimize. Okay, so we're looking for one that shows victimization. Well, 4 of them really show victimization. And so you waste time, and then you realize, oh, that's right, it says the least. So I circle anytime, and what I do when I open up when I flip to a new page of questions, I just quickly skim through, and if I see this all caps, I circle it, so that when I get to that question, I'll already have it circled. It reminds me to not waste time looking for the right when it's asking for the most, when it's looking for the least, or whatever. All right. Okay, number 6. Amelia, read that, please.
Qualities referred in...
Wait, no, I'm sorry. You're number 6 on the strategies?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking for the question.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Back to the strategies, yeah.
You're looking for the best answer choice. Well, you might find evidence to support D. If you find stronger evidence to support B, then B is the best answer.
Okay, so, and I know it's frustrating, and just because you personally don't see the evidence there, that doesn't mean it's not there. It means you're just not seeing it, okay? And you just haven't advanced to that part yet to really see it. Some students they don't want to see that another answer is better. They really don't. It makes them angry, and so they kind of get stubborn, don't want to see it. But just keep that in mind. And so, if you can get it down to 2 possible answers, now you know what you're looking for. It's okay, these both are probably good answers, but which one's the best one? Okay, number 7, Isabel.
Skip the questions that look especially tough and come back to them later.
Yeah, I do this when I'm reading these. Because I time myself also. I give myself a limited amount of time. If I get to one that's kind of tough, I'm like, yeah, I'll come back to you. Why do you want to skip them and come back to them later if you have the time?
You don't want to waste time.
And why don't you want to waste time on a tough question?
Because you can answer like 2 easy ones where you get.
There you go. Yeah. You are more likely to be able to get easy questions right more quickly, and you're more likely to get them right than spending a long time on one question that you're more likely to get wrong because it's just you're not sure. So I would skip the really tough ones, come back to them. Sometimes what I do is I will read a question, and so I get started on it, and I mark out a couple of the answer choices, and I physically mark them out, and I really encourage you to do that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm stuck. I don't know. I'm going to come back to it. And so I always make sure to come back to those. And because I've already marked out a couple of answer choices, I don't have to reread those answer choices. I can just look at the 3 that are left. Okay, so these are just little time-saving tips that you do need to practice. Okay, and so that goes with number 8. Kaylee, read that, please.
Physically mark out answers that you know are not correct.
Right. Physically mark them out. Your eyes will naturally, if you don't mark them out, your eyes will naturally pause on those. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm not looking. I've already decided that one's wrong. Oh, that's right. I've already decided that one's wrong. But if you've marked them out, your eyes will naturally just go right past them and look just at the ones you know. It's also kind of nice when you see you've marked out 2. Oh, come on, I'm down to 3. I'm down to a 33% chance instead of a 20% chance of getting it right now. So sometimes it's kind of a little bit of a morale boost when you can mark them out and you see your marks there. Okay, number 9. Marcus is here. Yes, okay, go ahead.
Answer Answer all of the questions.
Oh, wait, we have to emphasize the words that are in all caps.
Answer all of the questions.
Yes.
Do not leave any blank, but avoid blind guessing at all costs. Read all of the questions and answer choices so that you are not guessing blindly. Blind guessing is a death knell to your score.
Do you know what a knell is? It's the sound a bell makes. It's a death toll, the tolling of a bell. So a death knell is, they would ring a bell when somebody died. So you have to answer. In 2000 and I think it was 11, they switched. Used to, you didn't lose or gain anything if you skipped a question. And was it 2000? I think it was 2011. And then that year they switched to you have to answer all of them. So if you leave one blank, you will lose a point or a quarter of a point or whatever.
If you get it wrong, you still lose a point?
You lose a quarter of a point if you get it wrong or if you skip it. So you lose the same amount if you skip it as if you got it wrong. So that's why you want to answer all of the questions. Now, 2009, Jacob, can you sit up, please? In 2009, or 2011, when they did this is when scores kind of started dropping. And I don't know if it had something to do with this change. If some students were like, oh, cool, I'll just, now I can just answer all of them randomly, I have all these left over and I'll just blindly guess at them. And I don't know if it had something to do with that. I really don't know. Or if they are raising the bar. I know that. It's getting a little bit more challenging. But if you only do this, you only do the blind guessing if you have maybe a minute or half a minute to go, and then you just start bubbling in your favorite letter. Okay, you have those answer choices, right? That's the.
Same letter every time, right? So you have more of a chance.
I've heard that. That sounds like good advice to me. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like if you choose B every time, you're at least one of them ought to be B. Yeah, but if you just sort of randomly choose a bunch of letters, what are your chances? Yeah. But random guessing, you have a 20% chance of getting it right because there are 5 answer choices, right? But if you can eliminate even one answer choice, your odds improve to 25% chance of getting it right. You can get rid of 2 of your answer choices. You have a 33% chance. You get rid of 4 of your, wait, did I say that right? You get rid of 3 answer choices, then you have a 50% chance of getting it right. So the more that you can mark out as definitely wrong, kind of the better. And so that's why you want to try and at least read every question. Okay, let's stand up and take a quick stretch break.